Guys, welcome to Jared Bear Reacts. Today, we're going to react to Season 3, Episode 7, aka Episode VII of Outer Banks, entitled Happy Anniversary. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe for daily content. If there's a day, there is a reaction. Links will be in the description box down below for the Patreon, the Twitch stream, and everything in between. Jerry will do his best work behind the scenes. In the last episode, we see Pope kind of reach his breaking point. We see kind of him and Cleo getting closer together. We see Kiara kind of banned from her friends. We see Sarah homeless, making horrible decisions. Topper probably throwing away her whole relationship. Big John Rutledge gets captured, has to be taken to South America. John B, he's just out and about. Did I forget anybody? I may have. Carlos Singh, of course, kidnapping John B's dad, taking him down to translate them things you don't know how to translate. Basically, I just kind of want to see where John B and Sarah's relationship goes. If Pope and Cleo make a breakthrough, next time Kiara sneaks out, and obviously Ward Cameron touching down back goof asses. Anyways, Jerry, let's watch. Look at her contemplating life.
Why do people do the things they do?
Why'd you take away my
I
subtitles?
never thought it was that complicated. You do what seems right in the moment.
Child, that shit never seemed right
When
at any
I first
moment.
met Topper, I just thought he was the perfect guy. It was nice to have a day, a single day, without it being about
trying to run from the cops.
Yeah.
And
jacking your dad's truck.
oh yeah, thanks for that. He was super happy. It was perfect.
Yeah, I bet it was. She said it was nice to have one day where I wasn't hanging out with them pogues. Essentially what she was saying.
You know what? Thank you. And she's ours.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Oh, the immediate look of disgust on her face.
Saturday?
Hey, what's up? Random, right?
Look, I'm just gonna go, so I don't
Oh, perfect.
want to compose. Gotta help my parents.
Listen, I don't vibe with Topper because of his actions in the first season towards Sarah. I just don't. If you remove that, buddy, like I said a couple episodes ago, he's enjoyable as a goofy fucking like himbo type dude. He's fucking hilarious when he's not trying to be, and it makes me happy. But I don't support any of this.
Set up for their party tonight.
The idol. And no man. No man what? Tommy?
We ain't need the flashback, bro. I'm just saying. Kalinago.
Avocado.
You got to figure out wherever the hell that is. JJ.
JJ. What is it? Snack time?
He's got a good point. He's got a good point. There's a tired bird's going to go to waste. They don't eat that often. Local expedition team departs for South America. A team of UNCW professors and researchers from the Department of Archaeology have headed off to South America for a multi-country exploration of indigenous sites throughout the region. With funding from Monuments Foundation, the team will be visiting areas of renewed interest to determine if once dismissed sites may still retain undisturbed temples, homes, and burial sites. The team is looking for sites that may have been overlooked due to the lack of technological able at the time they were initially discovered, including ground-penetrating radar and drones. Their findings will be cataloged in a joint collaboration between UNCW and the Monuments Foundation.
I was gonna eat it, so I was like, you know what? I'll take the nutrients.
He's all cleaned up and shit. He was cleaned up in the last episode too, but
What the hell are you doing here?
I could see you were in over your head, so I came back to help you. Okay.
Listen, the deal's done.
What deal?
It's
We had
done.
no time to get a deal done.
Well,
Rafe,
it
I
is
know.
done because I'm selling some of it today.
What do you mean some of it?
I melted that shit down.
How could you do that, Rafe? How
Right.
could
I'm
you?
trying to make money off of this. What are you
But
talking
why?
Because you can't trace spare parts, Dad. What are you talking about?
Spare parts is. It's priceless. It's one of a kind.
This is the issue.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I don't understand. Tell me. Can you enlighten me on it, please?
he's such a bitch. Yo, it's crazy because like Ward's done a lot of despicable shit, and I'll never forgive some of the stuff that he's done. But sometimes my brother makes a whole lot of sense. Like when he choked up, oh boy, was that Topper he choked up? Or like him, like brother, it's just the same thing. Like Pope would tell him, like this is a priceless artifact. Priceless artifact. That a one of a kind thing that you have destroyed. Granted, you can still sell the gold. It's not going to be worth as much money because the cross was the cross, but brother.
All right? This isn't about you.
You can't stay here. I can. I mean, I got a crew here. I got my home. Okay, Dad. What I'm saying is, I don't need you anymore.
Smack him in his teeth.
I'm good.
Yeah, you good? Okay. Okay, buddy. You should have been swallowed, Rafe. I'm telling you what, bro. You
It's actually so embarrassing.
so embarrassing. Like,
He caught me, won't talk to me. I'd rather argue about it. Right.
that is a good point. Sometimes the quiet sucks. Sometimes like an argument, which isn't really an argument, it's more of just like a conversation, is way more beneficial than just silence. Remember that, kids. That was my, I don't know what that dance that was, but it happened, so deal with it.
Okay, it's a death trap.
Yeah, but unfortunately, we don't have a choice. He's the only guy alive who knows where my dad is.
What a wild place you have to live in where you're constantly, like, potentially having to walk or swim in water. Granted, you have to have water to swim. I don't know what else you could swim in, but still.
JJ, keep it down.
I just know y'all stink all the time. The boots and socks combination that JJ wears is...
The stove's warm. He's still here.
I'd be like, hey, Neville, dog, we ain't trying to kill you. We're friends. Whoa, was that a machete?
Sir! No.
They're such fucking kids, bro, and I love it. The whole trip line thing.
Who gave you that name? Let it go, dude! Listen to me, we're friends, okay? Hey, you were in Orinoco last year. With 5 other people, right? How did you know that? Let go. So I need your help to find this place. No. No?
Ooga
Curse has
booga.
already done enough.
The curse.
Look, it's not a curse, okay? I understand that it's dangerous, but I need your help. What is going on?
Shut up! Shut up!
Zip it. There's a boat coming, brother.
Hey, Neville, how much traffic do you get on this river?
Nothing.
My man pulled up with a shotty. I'm pretty sure Neville just ate that shit with the side of his neck. I say Ryan dude again. He's a whole piece of work. Carlos be sending him on his little bitch missions.
Neville, I know you're in here. Let's get this
He don't hear that. He don't hear that water. Come on, brother.
Can't hide forever.
What y'all stealth ops? Well, there goes the keys to that boat. My man came out with a frying pan. Hashtag tangled. And at last I see the light. It's like the fog has lifted. Ah, okay. You want to give instructions. You don't really want to. All right.
JJ, machete.
Cut the line! Cut the line!
That brother almost got chopped up.
Go! Go! Go!
Go. You gotta go.
Yeah! I'm going!
Y'all are good. They have a boat that can't go nowhere.
I didn't come in.
No.
No, we're good.
Rafe is just a sicko in general. Like the one dude that turned you in, like the guy used to deal you coke, like that's the guy you still like, that's your only friend. He gonna end up killing or turning on Barry. That just has to be what happens.
Piecemeal this shit out.
So they even sold the gym. I think that's the mistake, is also selling the gyms and the rocks like that. I feel like that could be traced back in some way, shape, form, or another. Maybe not, but still. But also, like even giving off that much is like, hey, I found this gold. Like, how do you, you know? Most gold shops probably don't give a shit, but still.
Very special people were allowed.
I thought I said only Barry special people.
So you can see the
Him and Barry
water.
gonna become lovers.
Hey, that ain't no Jim Beam bullshit, all right? That's Pappy Van Winkler. That's like a day's salary, bro.
First of all, we ain't gonna diss. We ain't about to diss the Jim Beam. It is cheap. All right. But also, that brother got some Pappy Van. You're dishing out Pappy Van Winkle to folks. That shit ain't cheap. That shit is not cheap. And you're out here passing around at a party with some random little white kids. You're insane, dog.
Hey, if you don't have a drink in your hand, get the hell out of my house, all right? Get off my property.
They got Pappy Van Winkle and she drinking a White Claw. To each his own. To each his own. But still, damn. I want to try Pappy, dog. I want to see what it tastes. This shit probably burns.
Yeah, I'm done.
Is this man wearing a Sean Mays? Or no, that's not Sean Mays. That's a Tyler Hansborough, North Carolina jersey.
Yeah, give me 5 minutes. Let me yours.
What'd I tell you? Hansborough. Come on, brother.
Making up for your scholarship.
Yeah, I don't have it yet, but hey, thanks for last night.
You know I got your back. Keep your head up, fool. You're Hayward. You hear me?
She.
I want straight A's this semester.
I
I
want.
think we raising him right. What you think?
I think we raising him right too, Cleo.
Cleo fits right in with them. Just right in. And I love it. It's like we're raising them right. It's wholesome. And it's wild because I see them two as, like, I want Cleo and Pope to get together, but I could also see her as like a big sister type mentor. So I'm very conflicted.
Okie dokie. Does anything of Denmark that might have been South American in origin?
No. But given your heritage, Mr. Hayward, I assumed you've scoured your own family archives.
Yeah.
He hasn't
That's
yet.
like the first thing I did. Thank you so much, Mr. Sun. It's great to see you again.
Good to see you, Mr. Hayward.
Thank you.
Let me. I've said it once. I'll say it twice. If y'all guys don't load him up with some money, if y'all make it big, you're petty. Because he's clutch the entire time.
Wheezy?
Check and see about my food order.
Wheeze?
Wheezy F baby, but the F ain't for failure. Did Wheezy set her up?
Freaking knew it. You want to make amends? You give the gold back to the Pogues.
We can talk about that. We can. They certainly deserve some of it.
Let's talk about it.
Right now, I'm here for you.
Ooh, we can talk about Ward because let's take it at face value. Let's not twist his words. Let's not look into a deeper meaning. Let's take it at face value. This is sincerity. Ward's fucked, okay? I mean, where do you think Rafe gets this mental shit from? Okay? That's just genetics sometimes. Heretics. Heretics. What is heretics? Genetics. It's oh my God, hereditary, you know? All up here in his brain noggin. He's done a lot of fucked up things. Okay, he killed Peterkin. What was the dude's name? Gary? Wherever the guy was that was flying his plane, killed that guy too. He stole the gold from the kids that found it. Stole it outright. And you know, he hurt Big John. All of these things are inexcusable. Thought he killed Big John. All of them are inexcusable across the board. But he has remorse and he feels his mistakes. And I don't think he cares about any of that other stuff, but he tried to kill his daughter. And I think that's what's putting him on the brink of madness even further. Like, at the end of the day, him as a father, as a parent, like, he hurt his little girl. And that's wounded him deeper than anything else he could have done. That's taking a life, that's stealing from people, that's fucking people over, etc. I think that he was sincere about, you know what, we can talk about giving them some of that gold because they deserve it. And if you ask me, Ward, I think you should take a cut of it. I don't think you should have any of it personally, but I think if he's going to do it that way, we divvy it up between you and Sarah combined. I'm going to be petty. John B, Pope, Key, JJ, Mr. Was this? I forgot the teacher's name. It just left me. That guy, Big John. That's right. John B and Big John getting their own cuts because Big John knew where he was on that trip his whole life, and John B's the one that found it. And then there's a couple of people you can cut into the pie as well, but you got a lot of gold from that thing, brother. You could split that shit 8 to 10 ways. Selfish ass. He's trying. At the end of the day, too, just like her situation. At the end of the day, like, that's her dad. At the end of the day, Big John's John B's dad. Like, mistakes are made. It's rough, rough and tough, and rumbling and bumbling. You know what I'm saying?
John, let's solve the meaning of the nomen, and my family's history will be avenged, you know. Or I'll tie you to a banyan tree and leave you for the ants.
That'd be a horrible fucking way to go. Don't let Big John get loose, bro. He'll snap your shit up. Happy 15th anniversary, Mike and Anya, or Mike and Anna. Oh, Key's parents.
No, we're not public or anything. You know what I mean?
I know we're not public or anything.
Did you do these decorations here? It's beautiful.
Party City.
Shout out Party City.
Cool. Well, cheers.
No shit. You know what's crazy is this dude right here. Like, could be mind blowing. For me, I think it works out. So how I said Pope would be a good Miles Morales, like live action Miles Morales. I think this guy would be a good Jefferson Davis, like Miles' dad. I don't know why. He gives off cop vibes. He gives off cop vibes. And he also kind of has like a little bit of awkwardness to him. I don't know. I enjoy.
That's fine. I'm sure your dad probably didn't want you to say anything.
Hey, I messed up.
But you ain't even do anything that bad, John B. You just said some hateful shit, bro. Sarah made the big goof. Her hanging, like, I wouldn't even be mad if she just went and hung out with Topper. Like, I get it. But, like, I wouldn't like that personally. But, like, I would get it. But at the same time, the smooch really kind of seals the deal. I'm going to tell y'all a quick story. I'm going to keep it super hyper vague. In a relationship, young, 20, college, me and this girl working a job, retail. I'm working a close, an open. I'm working a close, open to close, and then an open. Okay, so like it's a wild schedule for 3 days. This girl just started a new job. We've been dating a year and a half, something like that. Made the decision to go ahead. We've been together every day, our whole relationship. We said, hey, these next 3 days, we're not going to get to see each other. Got crazy work schedules. We both agree on it. Cool. No animosity. Just 3 days. Nothing happened. No argument. After the 3 days, we hang out. We have a conversation. Weird vibes. I ask her a question. It's like, did you fuck somebody? Almost jokingly. She said no. Left it at that. Had a feeling in my gut. As she's leaving, I ask her again. So I'm going to ask you just one more time. Just don't lie. You have sex with somebody in these last 3 days. Your vibe is very weird. I don't like it. The reason I asked this, day 2, I'm like, you know what? Haven't seen my girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. I went and got her order from McDonald's and some flowers. Pull into her driveway. Car's not there. It's 2 a.m. Anything. I don't know nothing. I eat the McDonald's, throw the flowers away. I'm not mad. So when I asked the question before she leaves, she looks in my face and says yes. 3 days. Gone from each other for 3 days, bro. 3 of them. Sarah and John B were gone from each other for like 4 hours after he said some hateful shit. And she was like, terrible. Pain.
I missed you, Val.
Sarah? I kind of hooked up with Topper.
No! Did they actually fuck? Did they full on hook up? Or was it just the smooching? Did she fully?
Please. John B.
We're done. Okay.
Yo. Yo. I want to put it out in the open that I'm really happy that she told him immediately. She didn't let it build. Kudos, but them's the breaks. He is just being a little shit right there because of that whole thing, right? Going back to the money clip thing, I don't blame JJ because they were like, this kid, blah, blah, blah. He's a piece of shit. He steals, yada, yada. And he was like, fine, if that's what you think about me, I'm just going to prove the point. Fine, I'll give you a reason not to like me. I get it from a younger standpoint. I don't know. I understand Kiara being upset about it too, but I don't know. I feel like you could take that a couple different ways.
What is wrong with you? Like, I love you, dude.
She said, I love you. My man said, thanks. Okay, bet.
Okay. If I get back.
He tried to guilt trip her in that too, saying, if I get back. She said, I love you. And he said, okay. Yikes.
And no hard feelings, bro.
He egged it. He pushed it. He pushed it. Swing on him. Yakum! I love how the music stops as soon as somebody gets hit.
You like that shit, Top? Huh? Huh?
Stop, Tommy.
That was a big swing, bro.
Stop. Doing? No, stop.
Ah!
Hey,
Lay into him, eh? Yakum.
You happy, Sarah?
Oh, God, he's unconscious. That boy got slapped. She did cheat on Topper to get with you. And going back to that story I told earlier, that girl may have cheated on her ex with me. I didn't know at the time. It's a crazy life out there, bro. It's crazy. Now just John B and JJ got to go off on their own to try to save his dad. They haven't went to Pope yet. But, man, I do have to say this about that whole situation. I understand John B mad, especially going after Topper like that. But there's two sides to it, and I'm gonna tell you why John B is kind of justified in like swinging on him. Not necessarily beating the shit out of him, but like somebody cheats. I've said this before in other things. I don't understand if I'm with somebody and they cheat on me. I'm not going to be mad at the person that they slept with. I'm going to be mad at them. That other person ain't got, I'm not dating that other person. I'd be mad at the person you're with. But when that line gets a little foggy, when the line goes gray, is when you know that other person and that other person's aware of your relationship. Now you can be mad at both of them. And I feel like you can have an argument, but Topper pushing the boundaries right there, saying, we're good, no hard feelings, bro. After Topper finally getting what he wanted the whole time, which was to sleep with Sarah, going back to season 1. Throwing his little woe is me party and shit. Ugh, kids.
Before it's too late to get on the right one.
Ooga booga booga, I say.
Yeah, this was all our old family history. They kept it from me.
El Dorado.
I believed it to be rantings of his fever, but
wow, he's got a full-blown translation for him.
oh my God.
See? John B., if you just would have told your friends, bing, bam, boop. Oh, man. That's a wrap on episode 7. A lot of wild decisions made. I'm going to have to cut this into 2 different pieces, probably like 30 and 30 maybe, since it's over an hour 5 at the moment. A lot of wild decisions made. Stressful, to say the least. When seeing on the move, John B and JJ scramble to catch him. Pope makes a breakthrough. Sarah questions where her loyalties lie, and John B breaks up with Sarah after the whole cheating thing. We talked about it at length throughout the episode, so I'll probably leave it at that. JJ and Key having that moment there, and JJ just saying, you know, this can never work. And she says, I love you. And he's just like, I'm sorry. Nothing. I really thought during that moment where John B was fighting Topper when Mike stepped in, that JJ was going to have a problem with Mike, and that would have put even bigger strain on him and Key. I really thought there was going to be a full-blown fight between those two. But they got a little boat. They got to head to South America. We'll see if everybody goes or not. I don't know. I don't know if John B and Sarah will reconcile, maybe as friends, or maybe their relationship's too strong that they'll come back to one another. We saw the whole situation with Rafe and Ward that can grow further. I don't know, dude. I don't know where this could go. There's a lot of things. I don't know what's going to happen to Big John. I don't know how much of a threat Singh actually is. There's just a lot of pieces to the puzzle that need to be laid out and put in order. And I think the end game would be Key and JJ potentially getting together. I was hoping it would be Sarah and John B, but now I'm thinking I don't know. Unless they'd pull a whole swerve and do John B and Key, that would just be weird. I think Pope and Cleo get back together, and Pope being the clutchest person so far and finding all this information out about his family that can help them get to gold. Since there is a 4th season planned, I don't know if they lose this gold too, but I hope the whole show eventually ends with them all getting money or something and not having to live the Pogue life. But we still have Ward, who I think will probably end up in jail at some point. I still think Ward and Big John should have an interaction. Just a lot of decisions were made, man. I'm disappointed in a lot of people. I don't know. I'm mainly just disappointed in Sarah. And I don't really like Topper, but he's comical at times. And Rafe's just a real piece of work, so we'll see how everything continues to grow. I don't know where it's going to go from here. I imagine they'll eventually make their way to El Dorado and have to prove their little test and everything. But I think for now, I'll leave it at that. Season 3, Episode 7, entitled Happy Anniversary. Season 3, Episode 8 is entitled Tapping the Rudder. I'll see you there. Links and everything will be in the description box down below. Playlist will be up on screen. As always, stay cute, stay hydrated, and I'll catch you on the next one.